Hi everyone, Asians Do Football back again with episode 8 of the review. Today we're going to be talking about our team, Arsenal. Obviously finishing 8th, started with Emery, then we went on to have Lundberg and now Arteta. So 3 managers in one season, Sameer. Obviously ended up winning the FA Cup despite finishing 8th, which is, the worst league finishing since I've started supporting them, which was 16 years ago. But what do you think, Smith? 8th, but winning a cup out of 10? What would you give it?
Damn, you're putting me in a spot, you know. By the way, all that description you gave it sounds like we're absolute shambles this season. Three managers, finishing eighth.
Oh, we Watford.
Uh,
What's happening?
now, Watford go relegate. Calm down, bro. Rating. Do you know what? Probably should be lower when you've given all that description, but I'm going to give it a 6. Maybe I should give it a 7 because they FA Cup win. But yeah, as you said, it's up and down season. Started with Emery. So much hope at the beginning. Signed Pepe, San
Oh,
Luis,
I'm not
etc.,
gonna lie.
etc.,
I
etc.
was
I was
excited.
hyped. Had faith in Emery, but I think Arsenal fans knew very quickly that it wasn't looking great. Just run out of ideas, and then we had the whole fiasco of Leombo for caretaking for a little while. Then we have Edu Arteta,
Mm-hmm.
fixed up the defense to a certain degree, conceding less shots, which was an absolute mad
Honestly,
issue.
like
Yeah.
conceding like 20 plus shots every single game was a shambles. But I think
Yeah.
that's not making the team not concede that much is an achievement in itself.
Mm. I know we discussed this like privately, like on WhatsApp and stuff, but
Yeah.
I still have a gripe with Arteta. I know he's improved it defensively, and we look better at tight. You know, we know it seems like we have a plan, which was one of my biggest moments about Emery,
Mm-hmm.
and we just didn't seem to have a plan. I still don't like our attacking patterns. Don't seem to have a plan going forward as much. Um, Especially in that Villa game towards the end of the season. I think that's the most evident I saw it. It
Yeah.
was so frustrating to watch, just passing around the edge of the box. So I think I need to cut a bit of slack there because in that short term that he's had and what he's had to work with, he's just trying to fix what he could in that time period. And I think
Yeah.
hopefully he realizes as well, and I hope he does that attacking wasn't that great. And I think he does, and so that'll be something they'll fix next season.
He was basically working with what he had, right? And he still won the
Mm,
FA Cup. So
yeah.
in my books, he's the right man to take us forward. Even from the first day, like I'm not gonna
Mm,
lie, when we was linked with him last season before Emery, I was like, come on, man. I know he's worked with Pep and whatnot, but this is a big job to take. Um,
mm,
and even after Emery got sacked, I was like, but what other options? I was maybe looking at Allegri, but he was one of the names that was flying about. But honestly, since his first day, watching all his interviews, how he conducts himself, all the press conference, all the press conferences. Sorry, he's the. You know what? I'm buying into his dream and to his journey. So, I feel like he's the right man to take us forward.
I definitely support him. I'm not saying that. I'm still a bit of a wait and see.
Yeah.
Because I got so hyped last season, I was disappointed with what happened. I know it's a different manager. I just want to build my hopes up. I'm just going with the flow, and then
Mm-hmm.
if I see the changes on the pitch that I want to see, then I'm like, okay, I'm gassed now. For now, I'm just keeping it mellow, just like, yep, sounds like just listening and watching from afar, and then hopefully that those promises and what it sounds like he's trying to do get implemented on the field. Because actually, Julian knows this obviously, but I didn't want Arteta. Not that I wasn't fully against him. I actually wanted Nuno from Wolves. That's who I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know, and with the Wolves video, I said Wolves football is being accused of being a bit boring, but I saw they had a plan and how they were going to attack all that kind of stuff, and that's what I hadn't seen in Arsenal for a long time. So that's why I wanted that. Uh, but yeah, credit to Arte. He's done what he's done. We won FA Cup. We can't complain about winning a trophy, and I hope he
Exactly.
builds on it. And I don't want it to go all down the drain. And he's trying to make those signings that can make a difference.
Well, that's talking about signings. He's already made one. Willian. He's. There's a lot of Arsenal fans that have been saying this is a bad signing, even on a free transfer. He's aging. Why are we giving him a 3-year contract on over 100,000? Me personally, I think he's a very good signing. He's got experience. He had his best season at Chelsea last year. His output is still very good. I think he's gonna. Yeah, there's all this talk about the agent being best friends with like having a restaurant with them, like him and David Luiz, and it's just like people always talk about Arsenal as a retirement home and whatnot. But honestly, if Arteta approves of it, I'm buying into it. Honestly, like if Arteta is giving the go ahead, especially because Senlehi's gone now, Edu and Arteta has more emphasis on the technical side of stuff. If Arteta says it's good enough for me.
Do you know what? It's funny you mentioned that because I'm actually for what they've done Arsenal-wise in terms of the backroom stuff and the control stuff they've done.
Yeah.
Not the 55 redundancies. That's not. I'm not happy about that.
I'm glad you
but
cleared
anyway,
that up.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. So it's a bit like the Wenger model, to be fair, and I don't know if a lot of people like that, but I like it personally, just in general. Wenger, not Wenger. I think the man should have all that control over everything, and obviously, I don't know how it works inside, because for Liverpool it seems to work. That Klopp's not 100% all over it in terms of he says a player they look into it, or their little group there recommends him players, etc. So they have a good relationship, so it can work. But I'm more of the side of like the manager should just have full control of everything, because I think then you have a right to complain about him, because you've given him all the control and he can do what he wants to a certain degree. So yeah, I think it's a good move. On the Willian transfer itself, I don't think Arsenal fans are moaning about the quality of Willian. I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is the age stuff. I know we mentioned it before, like age is slowly becoming less a thing, and players are playing for longer because of sports science, etc.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not a bad signing. I don't think it's an amazing signing. So I think he can get the ground running quite quickly, which is good for Arteta, and that's what he's looking for. But I'm just worried about it stifling other people in the team that could be playing those positions. It's yet to be seen what position he does play. So
that's the thing. I'm thinking because there was talks of we need an attacking midfielder. I think Arteta's got plans for him to play in that number 10 rather than the wings. Obviously, he can play in the left, right, and the centre. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I hope when Martinelli comes back, he gets a chance, because before his injury he was amazing.
Yeah.
Saka obviously signed a new long-term deal, got the number 7 shirt. Can't just be giving him number 7 and just sitting him on the bench, right? So I think it's a good signing. Another person we're linked with is Gabriel from Lille, left-sided centre back. This one's it's not a saga as much, but it's just taking long because one day people say the fees agreed, and then he's getting ready for medical and whatnot, and then now as of recording at 7:40 on the 20th of August, people saying Man United's made a late bid now. It's just all long. I just want it to get over and done with. Like, we have so many centre backs, but I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen it. I've only watched YouTube clips of him, but a lot of French football experts have said he would be an amazing fit for Arsenal. With him and Saliba, that would be potential really good partnership for the next five plus years, right, in the club. So
it's interesting. It's interesting because there's been talks and reports and stuff like that from like insiders, etc., that Arteta is trying to move to a 4-3-3 this new season. That's the formation he wants to go with. And a lot of the modern teams are doing that now, so that's no surprise there. It's been interesting how he does that, because he signed Luiz to an extra contract. You think Luiz wants to play some part of the season. I know one of the big Arteta's draws because re-signing Luiz was his mentoring fact, and I know Tini came out yesterday saying that Luiz does have that big effect, and the kids do look up to him, etc., which is great, obviously. But I think the character Luiz is he wants to do that. He's happy to do that, but he wants to play as well. So
I think he will.
Manages all that.
I think even if Gabriel comes in, we'll have to there's talks of Socrates is leaving to Napoli. Chambers, he might go back to Fulham on a perm. I'm sure if a bid comes in for Holding and Mustafi, we're willing to let them go. But even if Gabriel does come in, I'm sure David Luiz will play a part, at least in the first half of the season, because you can't just throw Saliba especially in there and expect him to just hit the ground running. So
it'll be interesting on him whether he will start straight away with Saliba. I don't know. A lot of people are assuming he will. I think he needs a bit of bedding in. I'm sure that him as a player, he wants to get involved straight away. But it's been interesting to see how Arteta manages this one, because centre back's such a crucial position, and it's a position we've struggled in with a lot. So it'll be interesting if he's ready to throw him out there, because Arsenal fans could go on his back very quickly if it goes disastrously wrong. For example, I know Arsenal fans should know he's a kid, but because he was so frustrated for so long, it's gonna be one of those, like, if he messes it up and he keeps making mistakes,
well,
he's have to take him out of the firing line, for example.
we have to give him. We have to be patient with him. He's not even 20 yet.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
a kid. He's literally.
I agree.
And he'd be. I think he's got great potential, as everyone says. But Premier League is a different level, right? So it's a step up. Hopefully, there's been like training videos of Arteta already coaching him. So hopefully, Arteta can do his thing, and Saliba will be, our successful centre back for the next 10 years.
Should we quickly touch on? I want to touch on Aubameyang quickly. So it looks like he's staying, which is great news for us. Obviously, very happy about that. I actually think I can see him transitioning to play out front, and we let it go. Now there's no concrete stuff on that, but just something to keep an eye on that as well, I think.
I mean, I need to see it on the Arsenal website, on Instagram, on Twitter before I get too excited. But yeah, from all the reports and stuff, I think it's done. But I need an official statement from the club.
Julian needs that Arsenal.com stamp on it before it's real thing.
Exactly. But on that note, guys, thank you again for watching episode 8, talking about Arsenal. Please like the video if you liked it. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell, because we're going to be uploading more videos very soon. But until next time, take care.